Hello, my name is Chandan Reddy, and I am volunteers with the Lori's Hands chapter of Baltimore. And I would just like to take the time now to thank Lori's Hands for recognizing me with the scholarship. And I'd also like to thank Grok for sponsoring the scholarship. And I'm really honored to be recognized for my work with Lori's Hands. And I would just like to take a few minutes now to talk about my experience with Lori's Hands. I started working with Lori's Hands in August of last year, and I was partnered with James. And James was a 95-year-old war veteran. He who was suffering from Alzheimer's, but he also had other conditions. He was dealing with congestive heart failure as well as arthritis. So I didn't really know what to expect when I first met James, but as soon as I stepped foot in his house, he welcomed me with warmth and kindness, and he was the most upbeat person that I'd met, like I've ever met, and he was very cordial, and I felt like I was like welcomed into his home from the get-go, honestly. And over the course of my visits with James, usually once or twice a week, I got to learn more about him as a person as we shared like each other's stories. Like I would talk about my life just beginning med school, and he would talk about all the things that he's accomplished in his long and beautiful life. I learned that, he served in World War II and he worked in a steel factory afterwards. And eventually, after he retired, he taught at a school. So James was a very passionate man, and he really didn't let people tell him no. Like he did what he wanted to pursue. And I really felt like over the course of many weeks, I really had found a friend and mentor as I would go to him with questions I had, just dealing with life, entering med school. And he always had stories to help me make decisions in my life, and I really trusted him. But I also saw that while James had all these stories to tell, his diseases were holding him back quite a bit. Like while he could recount like all these stories about him growing up, he couldn't remember what he had for breakfast the other day, and his mobility was very hampered due to his arthritis. So I tried to help out by cleaning around the house or anything else he really needed when I was there. But I really felt like this was uh, a relationship that helped both of us because I felt like I had a friend and a mentor who I could trust and who can advise me on things, and he had so much wisdom to share. And I was able to I really felt like I was one of James's friends and he could share whatever he wanted to as well. So I think that was one of the unique parts about Lori's Hands is it takes people from two different aspects of life and like bring them together. And like I learned a lot from my relationship with James, and everything was going really smoothly with my Lori's Hands experience until like after winter break when I had gone home and came back and found that James's condition has deteriorated quite a bit because of his heart failure. And, this was something like I didn't expect because he was such a lively 95-year-old just a few weeks ago. But he had to be hospitalized for his conditions. And, just being immobilized for that long, he really deteriorated in front of my eyes. And it was a very difficult process to see, but um, and he eventually passed away in March. Um, and I felt like I had lost a real friend, even though I'd only known him for a few months. I feel like when we did spend time together, it was quality time, and we both didn't take it for granted. Um, and I did feel like I really felt like I lost a friend. And I think that's the one of the unique aspects of Lori's Hands is because it allows you to build these lifelong relationships that extend beyond just, volunteering. And losing James was really tough, but I feel like with our interactions, um, he will always live on. And the advice he's provided me, and the stories he has told me in our visits, like, those are things I'll never forget. And I think he was, he taught me many lessons, and that many lessons that I hope to use in my life as I enter the medical field. But as I saw his own experiences in life and with healthcare, particularly, I really learned that the healthcare experience isn't homogenous for everybody. And James had so many roadblocks that he had to persevere through to get the healthcare he deserved. Um, and I'm really glad that I had the opportunity to know him and get really become a friend of his. Um, and I think that's what makes Lori's Hands such a unique organization. It's really beautiful that we get to do this work and learn about people in our community and their experiences. And then, these experiences can help me become a better person as well as um, a better caregiver when I get to that stage as well. So I really want to thank Lori's Hands for all the opportunities they have provided me, and I hope I can continue to do good and to do good work with Lori's Hands for many years to come. And thank you for the scholarship. I really appreciate being recognized for this work. Um, yeah, thank you.